What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the Project CRX a little bit more. In the previous video, you guys should have seen we've driven the car on the street and also just moving it around on the driveway, but the car is running and driving, and we are just doing a few more heat cycles with the oil before we drain it out for the VR1 that we're going to be putting in it, and also waiting for a sheet of aluminum so we can make a shroud to really button up the radiator setup. I'm also waiting for the fuel line stuff to show up so we can get rid of the stock fuel filter and convert everything over to -6. But in the meantime of waiting for all of that, I think what I want to do today is I want to pull a dashboard out. I want to pull a dashboard out because I mentioned that this car does not have any of the heater core or control unit in it, and I want to put all of that stuff back in. Now, in part of the cooling system, we need to get the heater core back in so we can route the coolant lines to it so we can properly bleed the entire cooling system. I mentioned this before, I do have the entire unit in the backyard, which is supposed to be for the KRX, but the KRX has the brake tuck behind the firewall, and if I was to put all the heater stuff back in it, I would have to undo everything, which I'm trying not to do. So I decided that I'm not going to put any of the heater control unit back into the KRX. Instead, I'm going to buy the T7 Designs race heater box, and that is very small and compact but yet very strong, and we're going to install that into the KRX later down the road. So right now, let's go to the backyard and clear out my tote and see what all we have. I read some of the comments where you guys were telling me that the sedan bumpers aren't the same for the hatch or the CRX. I didn't buy this for the hatch or the CRX. Whew. This thing needs some new seals for sure. The heater control units are pretty crusty. It's been in the tote for I don't know how long, and for some reason all of these metal stuff are starting to get a little rusted, but just cosmetic, not a big deal. I'm hoping that all the electronics are going to still function like it should, and yeah, it needs a good scrubbing and a good reseal, so I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot to get some window seals to replace all of that. So this right here is for the driver's side of the dashboard, and this pretty much goes through the driver's side vent, goes out to the door for like defrost and stuff. And I don't think we're going to be using any of this stuff because this car does have a hydro conversion, and the hydro conversion normally sits up in this corner where this vent would normally sit. Because the hydro conversion stuff is so bulky, none of this stuff will actually fit in place. So that means we're going to lose the driver's side vent, which is actually a disclaimer in the Hush Performance website of the kit, the hydro conversion, that you're probably going to lose the driver's side vent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get some dryer heat duct and kind of direct this downward to the driver's side foot area, just so that you can get some heat that way. We're also not going to run the AC unit, so we're going to need an AC bipack duct, which I have in the bin over there. I'll grab it in just a second. But aside from that, let's go ahead and bring out the degreaser and start cleaning all of this. Crusty, dude. Crusty. AC delete duct. Well, bam. Okay, so escalated a little bit here, took the entire blower unit apart just so we can clean it thoroughly. Let's get it all cleaned up and we'll move into that mother sucker. I need to invest in an ultrasonic cleaner. Maybe I'll go to Harbor Freight later. This one has a lot more to unclip, and I don't know if I want to F around and find out, but we'll try. Got the units all nice and cleaned up, guys, and all it needs is seals and it's ready to go into the car. So right now I'm gonna head to the Home Depot and grab some seals, maybe some other things that I possibly need, and hopefully we get back and pull the dash out to install all that before the sun goes down. Let's go. So you guys saw I bought 2 window seals, sponge window seal. This one right here is a 1/2 inch, and this is for pretty much all of the unit that goes towards the dashboard. And then I have the smaller one right here. This is a little bit thinner, and this is, what is this one? This is 3/8, and this smaller one is actually for the AC duct right here. This is actually 1/2 inch, but I'm just gonna use that small one because I didn't realize this was 1/2 inch, but it'll still work. It'll still work. So you guys see all these scratches right here? I used a brush to take off all of the old glue from the seal that was on here before, and I really don't care about the cosmetics because this is going to be under the dashboard. But you can adhere this with either adhesive promotion spray. You can heat it up with some heat gun to get it all nice and hot for the glue to stick from the seal, or you can probably just send it right out of the bag. I'm gonna figure out what's best for me, and then I'm just gonna get this whole entire thing in 3, 2, 1. I'd be lying if I didn't tell you guys I super glued the corners, but we have all the foam on, and these guys are just gonna sit here until we take out the dashboard. We got this one all foamed up as well too. And now let's go ahead and grab my tools and get to removing that dashboard. This dashboard actually came off pretty easily because not all the hardware was securing the dash to the firewall. So I just completely remembered that I forgot the heater dryer vent for the driver's side. So we're gonna have to make do without doing any modification here for the heater to get to the driver's side. Right here you can see the Hush Performance Kit is sitting in the way of where the vents would be going towards the driver's side dash and to the door. So obviously we can't do anything about that, and it looks like we should be, look at that. This right here is a piece of the old heater box. Looks like they just tore it out of here instead of just unbolting it from the engine bay. It's a 12 mil on the firewall. But as far as it seems pretty straightforward. So let me go ahead and grab some hardware, remove this sucker, and get all of the new unit back in here. Oh, perfect. I needed this too. Took a couple of broken units right here to make one good one. This one came out of my red CRX. It has the plate on it, but it was broken before. Nonetheless, everything is hooked up. The only thing we're not going to have is light right here because the freaking light bar is gone. But I mean, as long as it's functioning, who really cares? I mean, I'd probably care, but I mean, it's nothing I can do about it because this is all we have. Before I put the center console on, I'm gonna put the shift boot onto the console, and I'm gonna have to remove the shifter itself just to put the console over it and slip it through that boot. Just like that. Find some hardware and let's get this thing installed. All right guys, so we finally got all of the heater stuff installed. We got the dashboard back on, we got the speed cable replaced, and we got a center vent. Literally just had this thing sitting around for a long while because this was supposed to go into the KRX, but obviously we used everything into this car. Now we don't have the driver's side vent or the passenger side, but I might have the passenger side in the bin in the backyard. I didn't put everything back because I need to thoroughly check it, but I most definitely do not have a driver's side, so I'm gonna have to find one just to make it look complete, even though it doesn't work. But for the most part, everything is done, guys, and I'm gonna grab the keys and see if this works. Here we go. Key,
On. Over here we have speed 1, doesn't work. Speed 2 doesn't work. 3 works, cold. 4 definitely works. Now when I put the heater blower unit in there, I did notice that the resistor itself had the spring detached. That means probably 1 or 2 is not going to work because of it being broken at the resistor. So probably going to have to grab another resistor to get 1, 2 to work, and obviously 3 and 4 already works, but that works. This works. I can hear the box changing, as well as that one. I can feel it on my feet. I mean, we won't know if the defroster will work or not. All the lights work here, and obviously no AC. That is freaking awesome to know the heater system is working, and not really much I can do with the radiator or the cooling system as of right now. I think the last thing I'm going to do for tonight is install the heater hoses. This is one of it, and this is the other one. The freaking screen has been recording freaking vertical this whole time. Are you kidding me? So we have both the heater hoses installed right there. I'm using pressure clamps because it's not a boosted setup. It'll be perfectly fine. So I do most definitely need to find a clip for the speedo to the cable, because you don't want this thing popping out. But honestly, how I had this before was duct tape, and it worked perfectly fine. But I'm gonna see if I have a clip lying around somewhere. All right guys, so I think we're gonna wrap it up for today's video. We got the entire heating system installed aside from the driver's side vent, and we got the heater hoses from the engine to the heater core. I wish I had some aluminum sheet so I can make a shroud to put the fan on, so we can button up the radiator and the rest of the cooling system and fill it all up. I already have coolant and everything ready to go, just got to make that shroud, and then we're ready to rock and roll. I think I said in a few videos ago that we may possibly tune again this weekend. It has been confirmed yesterday that we're not going to be tuning, so that kind of gives us a little bit more time to really button up this car and the H2B car, which actually I'm still waiting for the fuel system for both cars to show up so I can further make progress with that and get them ready for the dyno. But we have a little bit more time now to really just button everything up and then schedule a dyno and possibly bring both of these cars to the dyno at the same time. This car came to me stripped, and we are slowly putting it all back together, and I really do want to start sourcing all the interior pieces that I am missing. Probably gonna have to hit up the homie Eugene to see if he has anything lying around that he can send my way. But aside from that though, like, we're making progress. I'm at this point now where, aside from waiting for all the other stuff to show up, like really the only thing that's left is to start on the bodywork. So maybe when we run out of things to do these next couple of weeks, we'll start the bodywork and start getting this thing prepped for paint, because we are going to be painting the car the original Tahitian green. Now, before I wrap up this video, I did go to the PO box. I haven't been there in a cool minute, and usually within 10 days, if a package is sitting on the floor that hasn't been retrieved within 10 days, it gets sent back to the sender. And fortunate for me, everything was just still sitting there. So I got 2 items that we picked up. Let's see what's inside. My face is ultra bright, sorry about that. So first one here is a mail from Andy, and this is actually local. This is just a letter. So it looks like Andy is asking for availability if I could do a cooler install on his Jackson Racing supercharger. If you guys don't remember, one of my buddy had a Jackson Racing supercharger that we modify an internal cooler into it, and unfortunately he sold the supercharger before actually putting it to the test. But he did test it outside of the car, and the modified cooler in the plenum actually does help cool the air down before entering the system. As of right now, Andy, I'm not really taking any work, especially this modification.
But when I do though, you can stay posted on the Instagram static services. I normally post up when I'm like available to do work and stuff like that. So stay posted on that. If you don't have Instagram, I do have your number here. Second package right here is from Bull Boost Performance. If you guys don't know, Bull Boost Performance came on board with the channel, and they have been helping us with a couple of parts for a few of our builds now. And not entirely sure what this is, but let's go ahead and open up the package and see what's inside. Cut away from yourself, not towards yourself. Sick. We got some Bull Boost Performance stickers. Check it out. Little itty bitty package in the ginormous box. This is no labels. Oh, these are billet K-series coil pack covers. That's pretty cool. So I've actually seen this on their Instagram. It's, I guess, kind of a cosmetic thing. Billet covers for your coil pack. They have it in silver, and they also have it in black. This is pretty cool. I'm probably gonna throw these on the H2B CRX because the engine bay in that car is probably the cleanest of all the cars in my fleet. So why not make it more cleaner with the Bull Boost Performance K-Series coil pack billet covers? Big shout out to them. If you guys are interested in any of these products, be sure to hit the link in the description below and use the discount code YStatic to save 10% off your order. Wait. Before we end this video out, I just looked up right now and my coil packs are literally just sitting right here. Check it out. K-Series coil pack billet cover. Goes right over. I mean, obviously you gotta take off the bolt right there, but dang, look at that. Looks freaking awesome with the coil pack plate. Billet everything, say less. So we're gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you enjoy a little bit of the update on the Project CRX. We installed the heater core and the heater hoses, and it is working like it should. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys wanna stick around for more updates on the Project CRX build or any of these cars here on the driveway, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.